You just started seeing someone, but you are afraid to do something wrong that will push them away, and this love story won't last. Sounds quite right? Watch this video till the end and I will tell you exactly what you should never do at the beginning of a relationship. My name is Darina and I run a psychology blog for a happier living. Let's begin. So the first thing not to do not rush. This is probably the most common mistake people make. You want to spend more time with them. You want to have them next to you 24/7. It is like a delicious meal that you want more and more of. But what happens when you eat too much of even the most gourmet foods? That's right, you get to the point when you start feeling sick of it. Because if you eat a little, you leave yourself wanting more of it. So by rushing too much, you can discourage your partner or even yourself from wanting to build something long term. Plus, in a fresh relationship, strong feelings develop when you are apart, not together. How is that possible? Nothing magical, just pure psychology, or better to say, a psychological projection is in action. Since we don't really know a person yet very well, falling for someone is a product of our own brain. We fantasize about a person, we attribute them different characteristics, and they do the same about us. So let it be like that for a while. At the end of the day, if everything works out, you will have a lifetime to see each other in pajamas and see each other real. And if being fully honest, sometimes a bit too real. Tip number 2, don't be too available. Have you ever was not sure if you want to go to this party or to this festival or not? And you didn't buy a ticket on the first release when the price was $10. Then you don't buy a $20 ticket. And when the last release comes for $50, you pay for it, or even worse, when you don't have a ticket, you start looking for it on Facebook and are ready to pay $100 or even more. Why is that? Because we value what's not available, what's in a short supply. Or let's take designer handbags, for example. Why they are so valuable? Because it is something that is not available to everyone. The fact of owning it should make you feel very special. At least this is the psychology and philosophy of a brand behind it. And sometimes you have to wait months to get this phone call that your bag is finally ready for you. And now I want to say a very important thing. A bag is very expensive and not available to everyone, not because it is super exclusive or made of super different fabrics, but on the contrary, it becomes expensive and exclusive and desirable because it is not available. So why not use this marketing move in a new relationship? You can say, this is manipulation. What can I say? In principle, yes, but manipulation can be acceptable when you have no intention to harm or take an advantage of another person. You just want things to work out. The beginning of a relationship is a game with certain rules, and until another person does not know your values, life principles, interests, or simply how beautiful you are, why take the risk that they will never find out about it? Tip number 3, don't be an open book. When we really like someone, to display a certain level of trust, we are prone to speak about our childhood struggles or even worse, the drama of past relationships. Maybe in the later stages of a relationship, demonstrating vulnerability can show your deeper side. But at the beginning of a relationship, extreme honesty and openness can play a bad joke on you. Like I already said, at the beginning, impression about the person is shaped a lot by imagination and projection. It is natural, so do not rush too much into reality, discussing problems, etc. Of course, you can say, what then I should talk to them about? Try to use a rule. Instead of what, use why. I mean, instead of stating pure facts like a biography, explain why you acted in certain ways in different situations, or your attitude or opinion towards certain events, which can show your values and what kind of person you are. Tip number 4: delay intimacy. I'm not a prude and I don't want to be labeled a moralist, but here's the thing. Sexual intercourse should be like a cherry on a cake. You're gonna tell me that we are not living in the days of dukes and counts and when chastity in women was really a big deal. Of course not, but that's exactly the point. We live in a time when there is an overwhelming amount of sex everywhere. Sexy clothes, in movies, in social media, etc. So if in such huge sexual freedom in our liberated times there is someone who acts differently, who follows some moral principles, it can be interesting, it can be intriguing. By the way, I'm not just talking about women, I talk about the men also. It's really just one of the reasons why you should hold off on intimacy. There are so many more reasons I can state, but I'll save that for a separate video. And just so you don't miss my next videos, to have a better knowledge of the psychology of relationships, mental health and a happier life, I think it's a good time to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell. And we got to the tip number 5. Do not compare. What a mainstream advice, you can say. I'm pretty sure that you already know that. Yes, but I'm talking about comparing even in a positive way. For example, you know, my ex-girlfriend, she did not like to cook at all, but you are a goddess of the kitchen. What's the catch in this sentence? On the one hand, you said something nice to the person, but on the other hand, there is this aftertaste of disrespect to your ex-partner and that you are prone to talk behind people's backs. Also, if this relationship won't work, your potential partner might think that they're going to be the next one who you will talk about. So the only thing you have to do is just remove another person from this sentence and say, "You cook like a professional, I really enjoy, well done, etc." Technically, you said the same thing, but it makes a totally different impact. That was the end of the part 1. Part 2 with the rest of 5 tips will be coming soon. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. Bye!